Welcome to the grand opening of the Alum Creek Greenway Trail. I'm Tony Collins, and I'm proud to serve as your Director of Recreation and Parks for the City of Columbus. It's an honor for me to be here today and be a part of this special program, and thank you all for being here. Before we get started, I want to introduce Sister Joan Franks, Vice President of Mission and Identity here at Ohio Dominican University.
Thank you. Good morning. It's a great pleasure for me to acknowledge on behalf of the Dominican Sisters of Peace the collaborative efforts that have resulted in this beautiful bridge over the mighty Alum completing the trail. Many thanks to Mayor Coleman, the City of Columbus, the Parks and Recreation Department, the Greenways Commission, Ohio Dominican University, and the other organizations who partnered with the congregation to complete this project. May it be maintained and enjoyed by many in the years to come. And so let us pray. May this trail be a connector between communities, between races, between cultures, between people and nature, all sharing a common ground. May all who use this trail come and go in safety. May they be enriched by Earth's beauty, warmed by the sunshine, refreshed by the cool breezes, and amazed by the revelations offered in nature. May all those who use this trail be grateful for the abundant blessings God has bestowed on our land, and in that gratitude treat this trail and each other with great respect. We ask God's blessing on all those who contributed to this project and all those who will reap its benefits. We ask this in the name of Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Frank, and thank you to Ohio Dominican for their great partnership and all their assistance and support for this great event today. We really appreciate this. This, as you guys all know, or at least I hope everyone knows here, this isn't our typical trail opening. Sorry, it's a little cold. Does anybody notice that? Thank goodness the sun's out. This is the opening of not just this section of a trail. This is the commemoration of the opening of the longest connected trail in Central Ohio. And we are super excited that you could be here to be a part of that. 22 miles within our jurisdiction, and you're going to hear that a lot from me today. 33 miles total connected from our partners in Westerville all the way down to Three Creeks Metro Parks and beyond. Super excited about the opportunities for our families and our communities to be able to take advantage of this trail. This trail represents $20 million of capital investment, of which $7 million is in the form of grants. This particular section is a component, again, of that larger investment. 22 miles that I mentioned, 16 years to develop this trail from end to end, and all the connections and all the bringing the people together to make it happen. Over 165,000 residents of our community of Columbus will live within a half mile access to this trail, which is pretty incredible if you think about that number. This trail is about access. It's about access to health and wellness. It's about access to alternative transportation. It's about access to our parks. And it's about access to our greatest resource around our natural environment. The impact of this trail is profound. This trail access impacts alternative transportation, our economy, spurs economic development, increases the health and wellness of our community, and helps us to conserve our environment. Trails and regional accessibility are not created alone. They require partnerships. Those of you who know me that I'm a huge believer in partnerships. Partnerships that are rooted in vision, leadership, values, and collaboration. The Central Ohio region is blessed with strong leaders who have the vision to make these partnerships possible. Strong leaders like the person that I have the distinct honor and pleasure of introducing today, our mayor, Mike Coleman.
Thank you very much. I am particularly proud of this connection and this bike path because the truth is it doesn't stop at Three Creeks. It goes all the way down to Pickerington Ponds. And if you add up all the mileage, it's 44 miles, not 33 miles. How do I know that? Because I ride it all the time. I'm wearing this hat, Tour de France. Well, this is the Tour de Columbus. Another reason why I'm so proud of this is because these past couple of weeks have been very important weeks for me. Last week, we opened one of my pet projects, one of the things I worked on so hard. And that is the Reeb Hub of Hope Center on the south side. Took me 2 years to get that done. And then yesterday, we were in the Linden community near St. Stephen's, and Joyce Avenue was reconstructed, $12 million. It took me 4 years. And here we stand today. The Alum Creek path all the way to Delaware County, all the way down to Pickerington Ponds. It took me 16 years to get this done. And I'm proud of it, and I'm grateful that so many people and organizations participated in it. It started with Alan McKnight, who was over here somewhere. There he is. Alan, I want to thank you. So I've been badgering Alan McKnight for 15 and a half years. And then when he retired, I turned my badgering to our new director, who's doing a fine job for our department. I want to thank Tony Collins as well. I want to thank all the partners that have put this together, because this was very difficult, but we got it done. And the truth is, we can ride our bicycles, our cyclists, on bike paths in our city on 100 miles of the bike paths that we have created in partnership with Metro Parks and others without going into the street. That's safe, that's responsible, and we will promote cycling and biking in our city for all citizens. We're the next big bike city USA, another step in the process. So I brought my helmet, and I hope you all join us.
Thank you, Mayor Coleman, and thank you for your passion and your vision for the city of Columbus. I'm now pleased to introduce the chair of our Recreation and Parks Council, City Council Committee, Councilman Jaiza Page.
Thank you, Dr. Collins, and I will be brief. I know it's a little chilly out here, and I cannot ride a bike to save my life. I learned how to do it when I was younger, and actually went out with the mayor a few months ago, and I was all over the road, so I figured I'd save you all, trying to save me from falling off the bike. So I am so happy to be here today, and I'd just like to thank Mayor Coleman for his vision and for his advocacy, just for access for our community, for the bike trails, the walk trails, and just what he's doing to support a healthier Columbus. Not only are we a 15-minute ride from downtown, a 15-minute ride from Easton, and just a 30-minute ride from our friends in Westerville, we're providing an access for our community, our college students, our elderly, our children here to have a healthy way to get around the city. We all know that there continues to be an increase in diabetes, and I'm happy to say that here in Columbus we have a lot of trails and a lot of miles that people can walk on and can continue to focus on their health. And not only do we want to be Bike City USA, but we want to be the healthiest city in our country as well. So I thank all of our partners, all of our leaders who have done a great job over the past 16 years to have this vision implemented here in our city. I can't take credit for anything. I've only been around for about 9 months, so I'm just happy to be a part of the opening ceremony, and I thank you all for coming out today.
Thank you, Councilmember Page. It's great to work with Councilmember Page. She is a visionary as well and spends a tremendous amount of time at all of our events and programs supporting our department, so we appreciate her leadership and support as well. I'd like to take a moment to recognize and thank some folks for being here today, some special attendees and elected officials that we have in attendance. as well as our leadership of our organization and our department. Starting with our Columbus Recreation and Parks Commissioner, Jeff McNeely. Thank you, sir, for being here. Commissioner, I'm gonna wait. Commissioner Logan is here. Commissioner Logan, thank you for being here. Commissioner Wright is here. So I'm over here. Thank you, sir. Our partners with Franklin County Metro Parks, Director Tim Maloney. I don't know where he snuck off to. I'm pleased now to invite our very own up to the stage. A true leader in Columbus Recreation and Parks is the chairman of the Columbus Recreation and Parks Commission and member of the Franklin County Metro Parks Board, Jeff McNeely.
Thank you, Tony. It's a great pleasure to be here to help celebrate this new linkage that completes an awful lot more. The mayor was a bit understated. He has even a greater pride point, because when this trail links with the trail going southwest to Cincinnati and further north all the way up to Cleveland, it will be an interstate. Now, the mayor should never say this again, but it will be an interstate trail. It's wonderful for the people of Columbus. We heard you when we did the strategic plan here in Columbus. We want more trails, we want more health, we want more value, and doing that, it's now been done with the support of the mayor and with city council because they control the money. And it's a great benefit to the city and a great credit to all of you to support this activity. Hit the trails all the way to Cleveland if you want to, but more importantly, back and forth here in Central Ohio and Columbus particularly. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you for the leadership that you provide to not just Columbus Recreation and Parks, but Franklin County Metro Parks as well. I spoke earlier about partnerships. I spoke about regional trails are not simply not possible without the collective vision and collaboration. There are so many partners that have been a part of the Alum Creek Trail. You're about to hear from two of them. I'd like to introduce, well, I'm going to do this in order here, but soon you're going to hear from President Symbolic of Ohio Dominican University and MORPC Executive Director William Murdoch. But before I turn over the microphone, it's my great honor to recognize organizations the organizations and individuals who have helped make these 22 miles happen. 22 miles that are connected to other miles by what Commissioner McNeely said by way of 670, the Olentangy, the Scioto, the Blacklick Trails. Please stand or wave as I call your name, and we appreciate your efforts and your participation. Thank you. First off, I have to start with my predecessor and good friend, Alan McKnight, all of his leadership and drive on this project. Another friend, our former Metro Parks Director, John O'Meara. I want to thank the Department of Natural Resources from the state of Ohio, our Franklin County Engineers Office. I know we have some representatives from Franklin County Engineers Office here today. The Ohio to Erie Trail Board, Director Julie Van Winkle. Friends of the Alum Creek and tributaries. I know there's a few of you folks here. Please, one more round of applause for all those partners that help make these greenways happen. I'm pleased to invite one of those partners to the podium to speak to you today, President Symbolic.
Well, first of all, welcome to the newest part of our campus. We certainly celebrate that. Mayor Coleman, Director Collins, Councilmember Page, Chairman McNeely, Executive Director Murdoch, and members of the Recreation and Park staff, Dominican Sisters of Peace, trustees, distinguished guests, and members of Ohio Dominican University community, especially our students. And thanks to our band back there. They did a great job. It is my pleasure to be here today to celebrate the opening of this beautiful new bridge. It marks the completion of the final link of Central Ohio's longest continuous trail. I want you to take a moment to take a look at this setting. It's just breathtaking. The bridge itself is stunning, and the trail gives those who will use it a new perspective on our campus, as well as free admission to our baseball stadium. It brings the congregation's property as well as the natural beauty that surrounds all of us to highlight for all the people that get to use the trail. I can't wait to see this area in just a couple of weeks when the leaves are at their peak and hopefully it's warmer. The colors will explode. We look forward to seeing the thousands of cyclists and runners and walkers who will travel this route and enjoy this part of the campus in years to come. The completion of this section of the trail will be truly transformational for our campus community. The bridge unites our east and our west campus, giving the students, the faculty, and staff the ability to enjoy a brief, relaxing stroll from one side of our campus to the other through this beautiful park-like setting. In addition, we now have ready access to these abundant wetlands, and they are teeming with plant and animal life. This presents our students with an ideal outdoor laboratory for our faculty-led research. I see some of the faculty over there have already taken advantage of that. In fact, I've already seen the faculty using this as their classroom, and we look forward to continued exploration of the wetlands on behalf of our students. Again, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Mayor Coleman. I know this would not have happened without him. I really appreciate it. To the Columbus City Council, to the Parks and Recreation Commission, and to the many other community and regional organizations whose vision and commitment have led to this historic day. Welcome to Ohio Dominican.
Thank you, President. Before I miss one important part that I want to introduce as well, Mayor Kessler and Director Price from Bexley are here today. They've joined us for the ride today. Thank you very much for being here. And now it's my pleasure to introduce another great friend and another great partner, the Executive Director of MORPC, William Murdoch.
Good morning, everybody. Isn't this a great day? Yeah, it is. This is the longest connected trail in our region, and we are so excited about it today. Thank you to the leaders, Mayor, Councilwoman, Sister, President, everybody in attendance. This is a trail that is about partnership and vision and connecting Central Ohio in new ways along our beautiful creeks and streams, and we are all made richer by this opening today. If you know anything about Central Ohio and MORPC's work, we're a growing region. We're the only fast-growing region in Ohio. We're going to add 500,000 people. And when we look at that 500,000 people, they are people who want trails. We are seeing huge increases in our under 34 population, huge increases in our over 65 population, and those demographics want more trails. And this is something that we've been studying so that we can help prepare our transportation system for it. Most recently, we did a study with partners at Columbus and Metro Parks and others to look at the impact of trails in Central Ohio. And we looked at how people use trails, why they use trails, the value of those trails. We had automated counters counting how many miles people were riding on our trails, and the results were really clear and they were stunning. People want more trails in Central Ohio, they are using trails in Central Ohio, and they want more connections between those trails. And my absolutely favorite stat on this is our study showed that in Central Ohio, on just the 10 trails, before today opened, 12 million miles annually in Central Ohio on our trails. And that doesn't even include the 1 million miles annually that Mayor Coleman is riding on those trails. That's 500 miles around the earth every year just on our trails, and that's growing. In fact, our other major trail, the Olentangy Trail, is so popular that at times it's at full capacity. Imagine that. We talk about adding lanes to our highways. We have to start talking about adding lanes to our bike trails. This is a good time to be in. And exactly, if you want to clap for that, I think we should, because our work is not done. People want more trails, they want more connections, and so at MORPC, working with all of our friends in Central Ohio, all of our local government members, we know that work is not done. We want to answer that call. So just recently, we created something called the Central Ohio Greenways Board. And I want you to know that this board is not only chaired by your director of Parks, or Rec and Parks here in Central Ohio, in Columbus, Tony Collins, but there are many of you who are on that board or on those working groups here today, and we are just getting started with trying to connect those trails, trying to demonstrate the economic benefits and the health benefits and the quality of life benefits here in Central Ohio on those trails. So if you are a lover of these trails, if you're a believer in this as an important part of the transportation system and our strategy towards health, we are not done. We are just getting started. And so thank you for being here today. This is a beautiful addition to Central Ohio, and enjoy the new trail. Thank you so much.
Thank you, William. Before we wrap things up here and jump on our bikes, I want one more time to recognize Mayor Coleman. Mayor, can you join me? During his 15 years in office, the city of Columbus has constructed over 82 miles in trails. Is that incredible? 82 miles. These trails would not have been possible without your leadership and support, sir. Without a doubt, would not have been possible. We'd like to commemorate this trail and your role with connectivity in Central Ohio with a commemorative stone that'll be forever a part of this trail. So today, after we cut the ribbon, we're going to make a short stop right here at the end of the bridge, and we'll be able to show everybody how we recognize you for your leadership, and we thank you and appreciate everything you've done for our trail system in Central Ohio. One more time. All right, the fun part. Let's open this trail. Let's come over here.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1. All right. Take those. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. I got it. Look at this. Unbelievable. Can you believe that? Yeah.
Just like Hollywood, your own star.
All right.
Right?
Stay with it, man. Stay with it.
Wow,
You're fit. You're fit.
Nice. I like this. Thank you. This is beautiful. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. It's awfully nice. Thank you. Rock and roll, fella. Here you go.
Right there.
Beautiful.
Good job, guys.